Michael, what is today's audio?
Today we're going to talk about network amplifiers. It's a comparison between Marantz's Model M1 and BLUESOUND's POWERNODE.
Master would like to hear a comparison between Marantz's Model M1 and BLUESOUND's POWERNODE, wouldn't you?
Yes, I want to hear it.
Which sounded better?
As it turns out, both had their good points. The Model M1 has high resolution and a wide range, and the POWERNODE has an attractive, dense mid-range.
What equipment did you use?
The sound source is Amazon Music, and the speakers are KF or 3 meta speakers. I compared the network amplifier between the Model M1 and the POWERNODE.
What are the prices of the two units?
The Model M1 is $1,000 and the POWERNODE is $949.
They are almost the same price, but the POWERNODE is a little cheaper. What is the design of the enclosure?
Both units are simple. Both have minimal playback controls on the main unit. There is no button-like structure, and the appearance is clean. The Model M1 is particularly simple. In comparison, the POWERNODE has a variety of LED colors, which I think is stylish.
What are the specs?
The rated output is 100 watts for the Model M1 and 80 watts for the POWERNODE at 8 ohms.
The Model M1 has a higher value.
I think the 80 watts of the POWERNODE is sufficient. The signal-to-noise ratio of the Model M1 is 91 dB, while that of the POWERNODE is 100 dB, with the POWERNODE being higher. THD plus N is 0.05% for Model M1 and 0.008% for POWERNODE, with POWERNODE also superior.
Except for the rated output, the POWERNODE is better.
The DAC is unknown for the Model M1, and the POWERNODE is a Texas Instruments PCM 5242.
What do you mean the DAC of Model M1 is unknown?
It seems that the Model M1 does not have a DAC chip. The Model M1 DAC may be included in Axon's amplifier.
Is that why there is no mention of a DAC?
This is just a guess. Both units are equipped with optical digital and analog inputs. Model M1 inch is a general terminal, but POWERNODE is not one of those, but a 3.5 mm terminal. So, the Model M1 is more expandable. Only POWERNODE has a headphone jack, while both have subwoofer outputs. Both USB memory sticks can be played. The power cable is 2-pin for the Model M1 and 3-pin for the POWERNODE, making the POWERNODE more authentic audio. In terms of size, the Model M1 is 239 by 84 by 217 millimeters, and the POWERNODE is 220 by 70 by 190 millimeters, with the POWERNODE being slightly smaller. However, when the two units are actually placed side by side, the Model M1 seems larger, probably due to the 14 millimeters difference in height. Both are light, with the Model M1 weighing 2.2 kilograms and the POWERNODE 1.78 kilograms, but the Model M1, which weighs 500 grams more, feels heavier.
I heard that the top panel of the Model M1 has a special mesh structure.
It is special, but I didn't feel that much impact. It is true that the entire top panel has a mesh structure, which I thought was new. The Marantz PM12OSE I am using has a large copper-plated heat vent, although it is not the entire top panel. Therefore, when I saw the Model M1, I did not feel that much freshness. I thought the wavy mesh structure was new, though.
Does POWERNODE have a heat vent?
The waste heat outlet of POWERNODE is on the bottom. Therefore, the holes for waste heat cannot be seen from the top. and I think it is good to have the waste heat vent on the bottom to prevent dust. The POWERNODE generates very little heat, so there was no need to install a waste heat vent on top of the chassis.
Both units are Class D amplifiers, right?
Yes, they are. The Model M1 uses an amplifier from Axon, and the POWERNODE uses an amplifier from Hypex.
Do you think the difference in amp shows in the sound?
I don't think the amp part is the only thing that makes a difference in sound, but I think it does lead to a difference in sound.
Michael, do you prefer Model M1 or POWERNODE?
I prefer Model M1 if I listen to the sound purely, but when I look at the total sound, I prefer POWERNODE.
What do you mean? Isn't the better sound better?
That's because the tiyotiyo playback application for the Model M1 is very difficult to use. I had not used D&M products for the past 6 months, so I was hoping that maybe tiyotiyo would be easier to use. However, my expectations were completely betrayed. I found it difficult to use D&M's networking equipment.
What is the difference between the tiyotiyo application for the Model M1 and the BLUESOUND application for the POWERNODE?
The biggest difference is the speed of operation. The time it takes for information to appear after searching for an artist's name is very different. I think this speed is very important in the network music era. For example, with tiyotiyo, it takes about as long as it takes to find a CD stored on a rack, bring it up, and play it. In comparison, BLUESOUND searches for a song and plays it in an instant after you click on it. It seems the way the app is made is fundamentally different. Also, I don't think this is a difference only in the application, but the time it takes to play a song is also very different. I don't feel that Model M1 is that slow, but POWERNODE has a fast playback time. It is the fastest playback time in my audio life. I can click on a song from standby, and it starts playing within a second or two. I didn't know this before using the POWERNODE, but I found the short playback time to be very comfortable.
So, it's the same Class D amp, but different time to playback. Is it the difference in the amp modules?
I'm guessing it's not only the different amp modules between Axon and Hypex, but also the CPUs in the equipment.
Both have CPUs on them? Isn't it just like a computer?
Class D amplifiers have a CPU that controls their operation, just like a computer or a smartphone. I expect that the performance of the CPU is probably very different between Model M1 and POWERNODE. Otherwise, I can't explain the short time to playback of POWERNODE.
Perhaps CPU performance also affects sound quality?
I think so. Since playback is controlled by the CPU performance must affect the sound quality. The POWERNODE is reported to have an ARM Cortex quad-core 1.8 GHz CPU. I looked up Model M1, but could not find it.
Does Marantz think that users don't need to know about the CPU?
I wonder if Marantz has a buy it and you'll know attitude. Without comparison, you can't tell how long it takes to play back.
As for Michael, he recommends POWERNODE from an overall perspective. But is there anything in POWERNODE that you don't like?
My concern with POWERNODE is that the LAN terminal and the USB memory stick are too close to each other. If you plug in a LAN cable and a USB flash drive at the same time, the connections interfere with each other. It doesn't matter if you don't use wired connection and USB memory at the same time, but I use them at the same time, so I was worried about LAN cable and USB interfering with each other. But I use it at the same time, so I was concerned about the interference between the LAN cable and the USB cable. In summary, the Model M1 is difficult to use, but it has high resolution and a wide range. The POWERNODE app is by far the easiest to use, and although it has a narrower range than the Model M1, It has a better balance.
I see, each of the two has its own characteristics. Which of the two units did the master want?
Well, I don't know.